Manchester City versus Tottenham. Well, sorry, I said that wrong because it's at Tottenham, so it's technically Tottenham versus Manchester City. Don't know why I'm wobbling my head whatsoever. But anyway, Tottenham play Manchester City at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Absolutely massive game, especially after Arsenal winning at Old Trafford yesterday afternoon. Postecoglou's came out and said that they're going to try and win. But I personally wouldn't take too much into that because he can't exactly come out and say that they're going to play to lose because it would look bad in front of the press. And it would make him look like a loser if he did that and have a loser mentality. So I don't think he could really have afforded to do that. But Pep said that Grealish is feeling better from his sickness that made him miss the Fulham game on the weekend. So hopefully he should play tomorrow night. There is some sort of doubt with Ake because he went off injured in the first half against Fulham. So I've got a feeling that he might not play tomorrow night against Spurs. Obviously, he scored in the 1-0 at Spurs in the FA Cup earlier on in the season. I was there that night, absolutely, but one of the best nights of my life. Even though I was sat in the disabled section, because of the thing is with live football, yeah, where you get the tickets from, that they're like stupid prices, and they don't even like advertise where you're sat on the ticket. It just says like Man City away section, but it doesn't say like the row or anything on it. It just says no, it does say the row where you're sat, but it doesn't say what kind of seat that you've got. It doesn't really describe the ticket well. So you could buy the ticket, think that you've got a non-disabled ticket, but then you've got a disabled ticket because it's not advertised well enough. No disrespect to anyone who's got any of those things, but yeah, anyone getting tickets from there, just be aware that on the ticket it might not be advertised that well. Because we had disabled tickets, there was this man coming up to us that was like a steward, wondering why we were standing up, because obviously people normally sit down in those seats. So we had to explain to him what happened, because it wasn't our fault that we ended up getting those tickets, because it wasn't advertised well in terms of what kind of seat we had. And then he was sort of all right about it and then allowed us to stand up, because it wasn't with the rest of the Man City people. The rest of the Man City people were in front of us, but we weren't sat beside them or anything like that. Because I didn't get them from the Man City site. That's why I had to pay a lot more than what I would have done if I got them from the Man City site. And I would have got a proper, actual, genuine seat. Well, not proper, genuine seat, but I would have actually knew where I was sat if I got it from the Man City site, rather than if I got it from live football. But I had to get it from live football because that was the only way I could have got one, because it was sold out on the Man City site. So, but I think it's going to be a tough game tomorrow. The thing is with Spurs, I think if they score first tomorrow, it's not as big of an issue for City as it would have been if it was a few years ago when they had more defensive-minded managers. Sorry, I sort of messed up my words there. But when Spurs had more defensive-minded managers like Conte and Mourinho, if you conceded first against them, you're always going to be up against it then, because they just put 10 men behind the ball and try and park the bus and cling on for the win from after getting the first goal, and maybe hit you on the counter-attack and grab a second. But with Postecoglou, no matter what the score is, he always plays the same way, and he always plays attacking football. I don't think the way that he plays football is the reason why Spurs have struggled in the second half of the season. I think it's because Spurs don't have the players to play well in the style that he wants them to play. Because I think there's too many players in that Spurs team that's not good enough. Like the likes of Emerson Royale, Brendan Johnson, Oliver Skip. I even think Vicario is a bit overrated. A lot of people have been saying that he's been the best goalkeeper this season, but I personally don't think he has, because if you actually properly test him from a set piece, he struggles and he crumbles and he ends up making a mistake. But anyway, let's get into my predicted lineup for City. I think it's going to be Edison in goal. Centre-backs will be John Stones and Ruben Diaz. The right back will be Kyle Walker. Left back, Josko Gvardiol, who's in great form at the moment. Hopefully he plays well again tomorrow night. Because I think of Aki's injury, he might be with the squad, but he won't start tomorrow. Because there's rumours that before like the press conference from Pep, there was rumours that he was going to be out for the whole season, between now and the end of the season. But now it's looking like he might be in oh God, get my words out. He might be in contention to play before the end of the season, because it doesn't seem to be as bad as originally thought. But I don't think he's going to play tomorrow night anyway, despite him scoring the last time we played them because of his injury. The midfield, I think it's going to be a midfield four of De Bruyne, Rodri, Kovacic and Phil Foden. And then the front three is going to be Haaland, Bernardo Silva and Jack Grealish. I think Doku might come on though. If we're struggling, he might come on and make an impact, because he is quite good as an impact sub, Jeremy Doku. But let me get into my score prediction. Depending on what happens in the Aston Villa result tonight against Liverpool at Villa Park will depend on how much Spurs go for it. Because if Villa win, there's no point in Spurs really going for it, because they're not going to finish much lower than 5th, and they couldn't get 4th anymore if Villa win tonight. And I think even if Villa get a point, they've pretty much secured it anyway. It's only if Villa lose tonight against Liverpool at Villa Park, there'd be any chance of Spurs getting it, I'm pretty sure anyway. But I can't see Villa losing tonight under the lights at Villa Park. If it was a daytime game, I'd fancy Liverpool a bit more. But because it's under the lights at Villa Park, the atmosphere will be rocking, and Villa will want a reaction after getting knocked out of the Conference League by Olympiacos. I don't think they'll lose tonight. I think they're either going to win tonight against Liverpool or get a draw. I think my money would be betting on the draw, because I do think Liverpool will score a few goals, because Villa's defence some of the time can be a bit inconsistent. But Liverpool's defence isn't particularly great either. So if I was to predict that, I'd say maybe like a 3-3 or a 2-2. I'm going to watch that tonight. I'm going to do a reaction to that as well, because it kind of plays a part in what like Tottenham will turn up for this game against City tomorrow night at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium at 8 o'clock. But I think if we keep Maddison, Richarlison, Son and Kulusevski quiet, we should win this game. And if we take our chances, because the problem has been, other than the 1-0 against Spurs in the FA Cup, the problem that we've had when we've played Spurs away is that we've had all the possession and all the chances, not scored, and then Tottenham have had a few counter-attacking breaks, and then they've ended up scoring their chances only despite having a few chances here and there, and City have had loads of chances and not put them away. That's been what's cost us in previous years at Spurs. Either individual defensive mistakes or not putting the ball in the back of the net. So if we don't do those things, I think we will win the game. My score prediction is Tottenham Hotspur 1. I think Son will get his annual goal against us. Probably will be first goal as well of the game. And I think for City, it's going to be Jack Grealish, Erling Haaland and Phil Foden. But it wouldn't surprise me if a defender scores, because quite a few of our defenders, like Gvardiol, have been scoring quite a lot recently, so it wouldn't surprise me if that happens again. But I do think it will be 3 more attacking players that are going to get on the score sheet for Manchester City tomorrow evening. But thanks for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe. We're close to 360 subscribers, so if we can get to that mark, it would be massively appreciated by myself. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a lovely rest of your Monday. Bye for now.